So, what is your biggest failure, and what did you learn from that experience?
Biggest failure.
Eh, that's a fucking toughie. That's a hard one.
No, I got it.
Oh
I think
shit.
about it quite often. Are you trying to get my attention somehow? No. Um, biggest failure. Okay,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Let's be blunt here. My biggest failure is actually getting fired from that restaurant.
The bagels one?
I worked there. Yeah, I worked there for 9, 10 years. Pretty close to getting my own store, which would have been life changing for me at that time.
Yeah, for
Uh,
real.
so yeah, I got fired, and it was tough because I got fired in November, so in the holidays. Um, between then, I actually ended up getting a job around Christmas time. Actually started in January, actually. Uh, Literally around the corner. The Einsteins where I worked is was actually next to a strip club.
Oh,
Yay! And then on the other side of the strip club was a cell phone repair place that I got a job at. But yeah, I really regret how that ended. Other unrelated situations that were happening before it ended that just made everything so sour. Um, it was a long time ago. It was actually 10 years ago this year. So I was 29. So I was 29. I mean, I thought I was older and mature then. Obviously, not as much as I am now. Um, I take blame for what I did. I think it was information regarding what happened was murky, but I was still an adult. At the end of the day, you have a choice. So yeah, that changed the trajectory of my life. It I consider it a failure, even though it led to me actually being here. But at the moment, man, it changed everything. I took a big financial cut, a big one. I went from making good money to like $9 an hour.
shit.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so that one led to that cell phone repair job, and when that didn't work out, I believe the next job I had was a call center that was actually really cool, but the pay wasn't there.
Nah.
Pay wasn't there. Uh, Elizabeth had just gotten pregnant with Emmy at the time, so I had to make some choices. And at the very tail end of uh, that job, that job I actually left uh, on my own. Elizabeth, had her. We had Emmy,
Hmm.
and then we moved up here to Ocala. Worked at GameStop, worked at AT&T, uh, at some shit ass call center place called Ansophone, and then I
And my
worked
wife
at
worked there. That's funny.
it's fucking shit.
It's bad.
Um, and then worked at Earth Fair for a bit. Uh, what'd you say? I worked at Sitel for a while, about a year or so, maybe a little bit more. I don't fucking know. And then here, not in that order specifically.
But
Ansophone was in between Sitel and here, and
yeah.
where I work now. But yeah, that losing that. The reason is I've put my places of employment into two categories: a job that somebody hooks me up with, which never work out. They've never ever 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 worked out, or a place that I seeked out myself and got the job myself without anybody in there on the inside knowing me pushing strings or whatever. I've gotten those jobs myself, and those have typically worked out a little better in terms of tenure.
Mm.
So uh, maybe not AT&T. I did get that one myself, but that one probably didn't work out. I almost made it to a year, but didn't. But that Einstein, from one day to the next, I walked in, I had an interview. Then I don't remember if I had a second interview, but I was hired. I'm like, oh shit, I got this job myself. Awesome. I was excited. I was 19 something. I think I was 19. It was 2004. However fucking old I was in '04.
I
But
was 10.
yeah, I got that job myself. Um, I climbed through the ranks myself. I am under the impression that I earned it all. I don't fucking know. Who knows? But I learned a lot. A lot. Yeah, I learned how to wake up butt ass early. I learned how to stay late. I learned how to cover for other people. That's when I experienced all those things. And I experienced real responsibility. I left that job about 3 or 4 times to go work in other places because I was a sucker for a higher hourly rate.
Mm-hmm.
One time I left by quitting, which was stupid. But that wasn't even the last time, or the time before I got fired. It was in the beginning, where I just said I quit, and I left. I said fuck it, I left. My boss took me back every single time.
You know, so like stuff like that is true. Like, one, your boss seemed, at least in terms of like, hey, listen, we get it, come back, we want you. I mean, if anything, that shows to how amazing you were at your job, or how good. Yeah, I don't know. When people want you or favor you, that says something, right? That tells you like, oh shit, you know, that's fuck. They really like me. That's worth it.
Yeah, feels pretty good when you get your name called out when you're in there, and like customers walk in, or when they would see you on the street. It's kind of weird.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like, hey Georgie, I was like, hey, who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck? Oh, bagels. Gotcha.
Cheese bagel, double toasted, butter on the side. Right. I got you.
Yeah, dude, there's something about that, man. Well, that's a thing for me too, right? Well, actually, I got recommended this job that we're currently at.
Ooh.
I can't say their name right now.
So somebody in there knew you?
Yeah. I went through temp agency, and I had met them through temp, and they're like, "Hey, listen, they have openings here in customer service, and you know you like to talk, so come check it out."
Oh, the person you know is. Wait, the person that hooked you up, they work with us or they work with the agency?
They work with us. They work with us now. They still do. And yeah.
What department do they currently work in?
Customer service still.
She recently came back?
She did, yes.
Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And she
But
did
I
me.
thought you guys start. Didn't you guys start at the same time?
No, she'd been there for a year or so before me.
Oh, so she told you to.
Because I was a CNA when I had first said, "Oh man, I want a new job," and we had this set of group texts that we were always in, just to keep together and make sure that we all were covering it. I don't know. It was just an interesting group of friends that making sure that we were taking care of. We were taking care of each other when it came to jobs, and she was like, "Hey, come here," and I applied, and I got hired on the first phone interview, and started, met you. Matter of fact, this is probably one of the best stories that I've had is getting this job because I met you. And I was 2 weeks out. We were in when I got hired. Funny enough, the phone call that I was in, my wife was in labor when I got hired. like that's how close Zaya, my youngest, was being.
Yeah. Your wife is there suffering, like, babe, I know. Okay, hold on. Shh. Hold on.
No, funny.
I got the job.
funny that you say that though, but like she was in bed and they had in the hospital they had a separate room to hold like supplies and stuff like that. I was sitting there on the bed talking to the person that hired me with my phones twirling up in the air like this. But like, yeah, I don't know. This
What are you thinking about?
I don't know. Maybe I will work for you. Like, and then the rest is history, man. I got hired in strategic marketing, and I've never been happier. I've never had a job be this good, and never felt like I was worth my weight. Legitimately.
Until we start making money off of this.
Yeah.
These are still hands. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, not penises.
Yeah, that would be the goal.
Yeah.
Wait, no, make money here, not the other thing.
Yeah, not the other thing. Not the penises.
Never.
But
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
respect, yeah.
respect. Yep.
But
All right, homie. Was that it?
oh, did you not want me to tell you my greatest failure?
Oh, you did. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
No, we can stop here.
Oh
homie.
no. Oh no. I want to hear.
I
I want to hear your failure.
probably high school. I fucked around a lot in high school. I didn't apply myself like I knew I could have. And I still have an issue with seeing myself in a light that makes me look like I have a problem. I don't like boasting. I don't like putting I hate every time we stream, I have a mini panic attack before I talk to you. I have a mini panic attack every time I release a video. I have a panic attack. I like being social, and I know that I can do that because I have the ability. I just have the ability to talk and laugh in a way that people like. I get that, but I hate talking about it. But when I was in school, I failed everything. Like 9th grade, I got all Fs, every report card. And it only in junior and senior year did I actually try, but it really makes me sad because had I applied myself and done as well as I knew I could have, I feel like I would have been on a different path, right? Because high school doesn't make or break a human being for their intelligence or how they are as a person. I understand that. But for me, had I applied myself, maybe I would have had a different opportunity. Maybe somebody would have seen me differently. Does that make sense? To me, that always sits heavy in my heart as something that I've always wanted to go back and retry. It is to actually apply myself in areas that I didn't before. And I think the major one was those 4 years in high school. And I guess that's just me being, fuck it. Let's see if I can rewrite the past and redo it. But greatest failures for sure. I don't think about often, but I think about it. Like enough to be like, fuck man, damn.
I can agree.
Yeah.
I can relate there, definitely. But keep this in mind. You have not lost any battles. From the beginning of your life, you might have made a few mistakes here and there, like going to Waffle House.
Fuck.
But up until today, you're undefeated.
I'm undefeated, I know. But it's hard, man. It's hard to recognize myself. And my wife gets pissy with me because I doubt. I don't know. I like to be optimistic towards other people, but I'm very pessimistic about myself. If that makes sense.
You don't follow your own advice.
No, I'm fucking hard-headed. I'm so stubborn. And
that's a common thing amongst us. Man, I'm the same way.
And it kills me because like I know what I'm saying and what I'm doing is valuable, but it's somehow more valuable if I say it to another person other than myself.
Without these failures, do you think we'd be as wise as we are now?
That's a good point.
I mean, speaking from mine, it really sucked. It really, really sucked. Everything I had to let go of. What my image was at the end. No, I'll tell you later in private. But
Yeah,
what my image was in the end, it's like, damn, that's not me, but that's how it ended there. Whatever.
I know.
Kind
I
of
know.
glad it happened. Maybe I wouldn't have lasted there on my own, and I would have left at some point, but needed to happen. I experienced some scary stuff afterwards, personal and work related. But those things you learn. You meet other people. Um, that last call center I worked at before moving out here, I'm still cool with some people there. Um, you meet people, learn shit, and now when I got hired at where we work now, I told myself that if I could freaking help it, this would be the last,
Yeah, for sure.
last place I work or something like that. I want to make it stick. I want to actually do something, and then when I had the opportunity to get out of, the trenches, customer service, I took that shit.
That's how I was. Yeah. As soon as I had the opportunity and I had people, because I
Supporting.
yeah, because one of our mutual friends, she told me about it a couple months before, actually, when I had started school in graphic design. Um and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." And apologies if you're watching this and you take offense, but I didn't take it seriously because I didn't believe that I was capable. I didn't believe myself to be on that level that people needed to me to be on. I still don't, by the
She'll,
way. I still
she'll
don't.
make you feel capable.
Yeah, and she really did. And my boss makes me feel that way. And I mess up. I'm not gonna say that my job
See,
I'm perfect
but
at.
the thing is, you can't keep looking at other people in a better scope than how you look at yourself, because they're just like you. They're people just like you. Everybody makes that shit up as they go along. Everyone. No one's different. Nobody wakes up with like that's Hollywood shit. Nobody wakes up exactly knowing how they're gonna hit it and they're gonna be successful, and that's that. Dude, we all make it up.
It's just,
So don't beat yourself up.
I know, man. I think that with age
Just go to
that'll
Waffle House. Somebody else will beat you up.
yeah, for real though. Just get hit over the head with a fucking steel chair. Um but that's the thing, right, man? I think that's inherently that'll always be something that even as I grow older and mature, because I know at 28, or am I 27? I don't remember what age I am anymore. It's gotten to that point where I don't remember what the age I am. I think I'm 27.
We'll go with 27.
Go with 27. No, I'm 28. I'm 28. No, fuck. No, I'll be 28 this year. I'm 27 now.
Okay.
I think that out of and this is just a pessimistic thought. I will always have that evading thought in the back of my head that will always tell me that I will never be good enough. And it's not that I'm sad about it.
Well, I know you probably can't get rid of it, but change what it's saying. Instead of "I'm not good enough," you could just say, "This is great, but it's not enough. I want more."
That's fair.
So, because it'll keep you hungry. Because as soon as you're satisfied, it's over. My thought. And I'm usually the negative Nancy.
Well, I'm not negative about it. It depends on the connotation that you put it in. I'm very much okay with talking about this. I'm not heartbroken or anything like that, despite my facial features or how I may look. I'm very open with talking about how I am as a person. I always want people to understand that I am not a good person. I'm an okay person, but an optimistic person, because I am. Because I believe everybody can be amazing, can be great if they just try, including myself. It's just hard for me to believe that I can be good, right?
Yeah, you're fine. You can
Thanks,
be great.
buddy. I keep going back to that thing that you said at the last end of the podcast. You're like, "Hey, just say one word for me."
I'm not saying I'm not falling for my own shit. You fell for it like an
Happiness.
idiot.
No, but that shit stuck with me, man. that I've never had anybody stop me in my
What's-
tracks
what-
and say that.
What stuck with you? The word happiness,
No,
or
well, the
the fact
fact
that I got you to say penis?
not the penis part. I laughed hard at it when I was editing it. Shit was fucking hilarious. But I took that as a good thing because I know that it's a good thing. Because sometimes, as much as you want something, as much as you go for it, or as much as you feel you're content with something, you have to think, are you happy with it? Are you happy with what you're doing currently? Are you happy with what you're going to do? Or do you feel that you need to change?
Well, happy, joy, and being content are actually all different.
Well, there's one, you having the joy of doing something, being happy with what it is, and being content knowing that it is something that will be and you will be okay with, right? Yeah. So like I get that, right? Damn it, I just answered my own question. I'll shut the fuck up now. Thank you for the tail end. Love you, everybody.
All right, dude. All right, homie. As soon as I can figure out how